and I am helping my friend Susanne spread the word about her exceptional exit plan. Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. Yesterday, I had a mini day with my helper. My housekeeping helper usually comes on Mondays and Thursdays for 4 hours each day. She helps keep my laundry from piling up, my paperwork from getting completely out of control, and other housekeeping tasks. This week, she was coming on Wednesday because her birthday is today. My helper called me Tuesday and told me she was asked to take a last-minute part in an acting event and asked if she could come for just 2 hours so she could go out of town to participate in the show. I, of course, said yes. My helper retired from working for me 2 years ago. It did not stick because she agreed to come back when I was diagnosed with cancer and too sick to look for a replacement. I think she was retired approximately 6 months. My helper was coming 1 day a week when she started again, with a second day occasionally to babysit me while I was on bed rest. But after I got my terminal diagnosis, I have had her come twice a week to make sure I have the time to get as many tasks done as possible. I do not tell my helper often enough how much I appreciate all she does for me, or ever. My helper started working for me when I was pregnant with my 7-year-old. We knew each other from the job I had before I started my own business. She had been unjustifiably let go, in my opinion, and was finishing a seasonal job when I found out I was pregnant. I may have told her I was pregnant before I told my significant other. My helper puts up with a lot of my insane quirks, such as not folding the towels from the middle. If I see it, it drives me crazy. My helper now has the good sense to hide in the laundry room with the door closed so I am unable to watch her fold laundry. We get along much better when I do not micromanage her. Unfortunately, I micromanage all the time because I have control issues. Some days my helper is still my friend, but does not like me very well. I get it. That is how it is with family, even honorary family. My helper rode the bus home with me for 7 of my 8 slash and burn cancer treatments with a bucket in case I got sick and needed to throw up. She rode the bus home with me for my first 3 treatments of my new maintenance chemotherapy. I decided at that point it was not likely I would get sick after my treatments, and she did not need to join me for the other 21 bus rides home. My helper was the one friend I allowed to visit me in the hospital all those times I had complications last year. She always knew I was in the hospital because I would need to tell her not to come to work. My helpers are not allowed to do work for me while I'm in the hospital, and at the time I was in for 3 weeks straight affected everyone's bottom line. My helper bribed me with the promise of feeding me food. I would not be able to feed myself lying down to get me to agree to her visits. Bribery works. I think I saw her more than my family. In my family's defense, I tell them to ignore me while I'm in the hospital. I am a handful, and hospital time is the only time they get a vacation from me. I know vacation time would be better if they were not so concerned for my health. But you need to take a break when you can get it. My helper is a glutton for punishment. She kept coming to the hospital. My piece of advice to you is to acknowledge those who make a difference. If I left my laundry to my family, we would have killed each other by now. The months my helper was retired were rough. Clothes kept going missing, and I was stressed out. My helper stresses me out occasionally when we disagree, but mostly she keeps me sane. Happy birthday to our favorite star!